You know, one of the more recent and prominent things I would like to talk about is RICO. And for those who don't know who RICO is, he was a hip hop pioneer in Atlanta, producer responsible for cultivating an Atlanta sound. And
also one of the producers of Organized NOIZE.
Go ahead, talk about your relationship with RICO and fondest thoughts and everything.
Man, RICO, we both Pisces, so we stayed in the studio just about every day for about 11 years. We was always working on something, trying to create something, and I'm sorry to say, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, we just lost a homie.
Yep.
He died of, from what I heard, is that he had, about 6-7 weeks ago, he had heart surgery.
Oh, man.
And they put some stents in his chest or something. I think one of the stents got infected or something. His chest was hurting. And he went to the doctor, and he didn't come home.
Man. Sorry to hear that. R.I.P. to that brother, man, for real. That's sad. Very, very sad. How old was he, by the way?
I think Rick was 52.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's super young. Yeah, that's young.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, you said y'all were always in the studio a lot. So, like, talk about those experiences with you and him, getting it in the lab, and cranking out some hits and everything.
Rick was a warm brother, man. I met his mom and stuff. But also, he was, I don't know how to describe it. He was warm, he was very talkative. He talked a lot, but he always had something to say. He had something to talk about. And you could always learn something by talking with Rick. And he was, how do I say, he liked to cook, and he always made music, and he was always mindful of the music of today, what was going on, all the way down to the sounds, which I learned a lot about sounds through Rick and Ray, about drum sounds and patterns and stuff like that. So it's very interesting. And then he learned a lot from me about live music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because me, I'm all the way live. I mean, it took me years, man, to learn how to program drums. I think I didn't know. I think up to about 2004, I think it was when I started really programming drums. Pretty good, you know what I'm saying? That's why, but I learned a lot from Rick. I can't lie. I learned a lot about sounds and chopping up samples and stuff. Though I really didn't sample, I wasn't really with that because a person like me, I make music. I don't take music. You know what I'm saying? But, I understand his situation. He had to make it any way he could because he wasn't a musician, so to speak. He didn't play anything, but So just being around Rick, it taught me a lot about the other side of music, sampling and chopping up samples, and how to make your loops correct and stuff like that.
So it sounded like y'all had a balance when working with each other. And
yeah, man, it was very. It's very acknowledging from one legend to another. Rick had a lot of respect for me and, my career. And, I didn't have nobody, to come up with. Like, it was all me, you know what I'm saying? I guess it was kind of a lot easier for Rick because he had Ray and Sleepy. And, they would attack music.